2, 1.
Happy Monday, Rutgers. I'm Kim Peterman.
And I'm Corena Gonzalez. We have a great show lined up for you. It is Monday, November 27th, 2017.
Weather Watcher Manny Cruz will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day.
CC Crane will paint the town scarlet at Wonderland You.
Dan King tells us about Heylar House.
We got tons to get to. Let's wake up, Rutgers.
Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this bright and sunny Monday morning.
We're here to wake you up every Monday morning this semester with all the exciting news, events, and weather.
So, Corena, how was your break?
It was actually really good. As we talked about last week, I enjoyed all of the food that we had on my Thanksgiving break. And I actually ate all of my leftovers, which is making me pretty sad. But other than that, it was really good.
Nice. That's quite the accomplishment, eating all your leftovers. Do anything else fun and exciting?
I actually had to come back earlier. I came back the day of Thanksgiving to New Brunswick because my friend's birthday is also on Thanksgiving. So we went to New York yesterday for a brunch for her.
Ah, nice. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it all. And now I'm paying the price today because I'm actually very tired. But I'm glad to be here.
Well, that's a very good reason to be tired.
Thank you. And how about you? How was your break?
My break was good. I actually stayed home all the way until yesterday. Thanksgiving was a lot of fun. As I said, like a lot of people just invaded our home. And then my dad tried grilling the turkey this year, which was something I did not think was humanly possible.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, no, but he put it on our grill and he cooked it. There were a lot of kids in our house, and then the rest of the week, pretty much any time my 12-year-old brother was in the same room as me, he cuddled me the entire time. It was adorable. And a great contrast to my 16-year-old brother, who, since he's a teenage boy, did not want to touch anyone in any way or be touched in any way. So we decided to nickname him Cuddles for the weekend.
Sounds like a typical teenager move.
Exactly. I know we're going to be talking about the Rutgers Gardens later. Neither of us have been to the Rutgers Gardens, but our weather watcher, Manny, has been. Manny, how was your break, and what are the Rutgers Gardens like?
My break was good. I ate a lot of turkey, so I'm still full. But in terms of Rutgers Gardens, yeah, it's really nice. It's a good place to go on a date on campus. They have a nice bamboo forest as well. And also the weather station is there. And if it wasn't for the weather station, I wouldn't be able to do the forecast every Monday morning. But it's definitely a good place to walk around and visit sometime.
Wow, that's actually very interesting. I have, like you already said, I have not been to the Rutgers Gardens, but I actually would like to go see it. Thanks to Manny for informing us. And the only thing I've been to, I like to visit all the little sites that we have here in Rutgers because there's so many things that you can possibly see. Like on Cook, I've actually gone to the Cook Farm. And speaking of being on Cook, I know they have the Heylar House actually, which we'll be seeing later in the package.
Yeah, definitely. Rutgers has so many little sites. I always joke that we should have a minor certificate in just navigating your way around Rutgers and learning all the different places there. And for example, I had not known about the Heylar House until today.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to find out more about it in the package later.
Definitely. And let's see how much you know. Returning students, listen up because this applies to you.
When is the priority deadline to submit your 2018-2019 FAFSA? We'll find out right after this break.
Are you a rising sophomore or junior? Are you interested in an advanced degree? The Ronald E. McNair Post-Baccalaureate Achievement Program, a nationally recognized program funded by the U.S. Department of Education, is now accepting applications for their 2018 cohort. The services provided are designed to prepare participants who demonstrate strong academic potential and scholarship skills necessary for entry and to be successful in doctoral studies. Benefits include research funding, application fee waivers, national and local conferences, visit graduate school programs, build and expand professional networks, and more. The McNair program is currently seeking faculty to mentor and work with undergraduate students on research projects, particularly a project during the annual Summer Research Institute 2018. The application is now live and due on December 1st, 2017. For more information, head over to Lucy Stone Hall, A321, on the Livingston campus or visit access.rutgers.edu/McNair.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, what is the priority deadline to submit your 2018-2019 FAFSA? Now it's time to find out the answer.
You can submit your FAFSA anytime, but be sure to get it in soon. The priority deadline for returning students is January 15th. And that's definitely something that's important to know, not just as a returning student yourself, but to make sure that your parent, guardian, or whoever else is responsible for your financial information to know.
Exactly. I definitely agree. If you want to get that financial aid in, we know how expensive it can sometimes be to pay off this tuition. So if you want to get that covered, you need to fill it out. It's very important.
Definitely, and it's great. It's necessary if you want to plan for the long term financially for paying your tuition for next year. Speaking of information that you need to plan in the short term, let's go to Manny for the weather and find out how many layers we need today.
Good morning, Rutgers. This is Weather Watcher Manny Cruz, and in terms of layers, it depends what time of day. If you're walking around like midday, you might just need one layer. But let's take a look at the weather headlines for the next 5 days. It's going to be warmer this week, and it's going to be mostly dry, but do expect a chance of rain this Friday. For your morning low, it was 38 degrees this morning, so a little bit cold. But if we take a look at the high for today, it's going to be a high of 52. So it's going to be a pretty nice fall day. But it is going to be a bit windy. So do make sure to prepare for that. Let's take a look at the hourly forecast. It's going to go up to 50 around 2 p.m. and then the temperatures are going to drop to 34. So if we take a look at the overnight low, it's going to be 29. So make sure to bring a hoodie with you, especially if you're going to night classes, because it might be warm during the day. You might leave with one layer and then it might get cold, so make sure to prepare for that. And for your high tomorrow is going to be 56. So it's the perfect time to swag walk along College Ave. Once again, it's going to feel more like late September than November, and I'll have more about the 5-day forecast in my second part of the forecast. But for now, back to you, Kim and Corena.
Thank you, Manny. It's actually really good to know that it's actually maybe somewhat warmer than it usually is. I'm not a big fan of like the cold. I really love summer, but fall is a good time, you know. There's times when it's like it's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's like just the right temperature.
Definitely. It's like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where it's just right. And that's why fall's usually my favorite season. It really sucks how this year we have not gotten to the fall weather until the end of November. Yeah, no, it's definitely good to hear, though, that we don't need to bundle up as much as we have needed to in the past couple of weeks.
I definitely agree. And well, guys, is going on to break right now. We'll find out about more important news right after this.
Do you like kicking back in your free time? Sometimes the dorms can get stuffy and boring, so head on over to the Rutgers Zone. Need somewhere to watch sports? Need to satisfy that ice cream craving? Or are you tired of your old video games? Rutgers Zone is where you need to visit. Enjoy some games, food, TV, karaoke, and so much more. And don't forget to ask for those ice cream toppings. With all of the cool things at the Rutgers Zone, why would you even leave? If you are on Livingston campus, make sure you swing by the Rutgers Zone, just a bus stop away. For more information, please visit zone.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Getting back into the swing of things after break is always tough, but hopefully these news and events can help.
Want to learn how to control Mars rover? Well, Julianne Gross, a professor at the Department of Earth and Planetary Sciences, teaches the course Planet Mars, where you can do just that. She has her students simulate the way NASA guides the six-wheeled Mars exploration rover vehicle. The students were blindfolded and formed into small groups of 3 lined up in the hall. The goal was for the students to interlock arms while attempting to move down the hallway and not cross the boundary lines on the floor, because if you step outside the lines, it means you fell down a crater or jumped into a rock, according to Gross. NASA engineers control the rover by receiving pictures from its camera and sending directions as to where it should go. Gross had one student act as the transmitter that sends the pictures, while the rest of the students in the classroom acting as the engineers and sending directions. Gross wants students to have more of an open mind towards science. Gross became interested in what goes on Mars after doing a postdoc at the Lunar Planetary Institute. She says, "So I want them to discover that science is fun and not too hard if you're inspired and willing to invest a bit of energy." So that sounds like a really cool way to learn about science and how science is applied in different ways to get information.
I know, I definitely agree. This is actually the same lady who we discussed last week who's going to be studying meteorites in the Transantarctic Mountains. So I think it's actually very cool that she's so in tune with science, that she's willing to take all that she knows and help teach the students and educate them.
Definitely. She just seems like one of those people that's always doing something really cool and amazing, and it's great that she's teaching here at Rutgers.
Exactly. And speaking of teaching here at Rutgers, Salam al-Kuntar, a Syrian-born archaeologist, has spent the last 6 years attempting to preserve Syria's cultural heritage for citizens who came back to their homeland. Her goals are to keep all the historical sites and artifacts as a way to keep their homeland more familiar. She came to the United States with the help of the international organization that placed scholars at risk at universities to continue their research. Al-Kuntar said, "When people move into the diaspora, they lose their connection with their home country and disappear." While here at Rutgers University in New Brunswick, she's teaching the Department of Classics and through the university's Cultural Heritage and Preservation Studies program. She feels not enough was done to educate communities about the preservation of their homeland and the upkeep of their historical sites. Her plan is to return to Syria and restore their country. I actually think that's pretty amazing that, like we already discussed, there's plenty of people that are coming around, they are from different countries, and they're taking all that they know and helping to educate us more. Because I think as students, we definitely need to know more, just not about our own country, but what's going on outside.
Definitely, and it's really amazing that she wants to preserve her own culture both in the present and like as it was previously, and make people more aware of that as well. And that she's using her time here at the university to further explore her own thirst for knowledge and help quench the students as well. And if you want to quench your thirst for some good music, this Thursday at Rupa's Battle of the Bands. Well, it's too late to volunteer. While it's too late to volunteer as a performer, anyone who's interested can watch the show from the audience. The event is this Thursday, November 30th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the College Avenue Student Center Multipurpose Room. For more information, go to rupa.rutgers.edu/events. So that sounds like a lot of fun. I know I've always wanted to participate in a Battle of the Bands.
I know, at my old school before I transferred here, we had this thing called it was like air band, so it was like an air band competition. I think that's probably similar, hopefully. But the students had to have a song already prepared, and they basically just acted out the instruments that they were playing, and there was a competition, and the audience voted on it. I think that's actually really cool, though.
Yeah, no, that definitely still takes a lot of work. Lip syncing and playing air guitar definitely takes preparation and focus.
Exactly, and it helps stay in tune with all of the students, and it's just a bonding experience. And speaking of staying in tune with the students in the community, sexual assault and dating violence is on everyone's mind right now, especially those in college. Learn about how interpersonal dating violence affects both men, LGBTQIA folks, and people with disabilities in college. The event entitled Let's Talk About IPV, Behind the Clenched Fist, will be at the Druskin Lounge in the Honors College this Wednesday, November 29th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. For more information, search Let's Talk About IPV on Facebook. I think it's actually very good, as I've always keep saying, that we're taking the initiative as students and as a community to constantly talk about and make it aware about sexual assault, and that it happens to not only just women, and it doesn't only happen to women, but it happens to everyone.
Definitely. It's great that nowadays both the world at large and Rutgers are having these conversations more and more and having them more openly.
Exactly, and I think especially after the Purple Campus Week, and the whole sexual assault campaign with Joe Biden, I think is the fact that we're not only just celebrating, well, not celebrating, but making it aware just for 1 week or 1 day is making like an everyday habit. Is something that we definitely need to express.
Definitely, and it's great that we're having these conversations, and hopefully people are having them every day. We'll be back with more things for you to talk about after this break.
Transform free time this winter into degree credits. In just a few weeks, you can advance towards your goals in the intensive, fast-paced winter session. Choose from over 150 courses in a wide range of fields. This winter session will be featuring the course Dracula, Facts and Fiction. No, not that Dracula. Students will learn the actual history of Dracula in the online course. There's also a winter session Snapchat challenge where students can earn a chance to win free RU swag. And students who participate in all 3 challenges will be entered to win free tuition for a winter course. There are in-person, online, and hybrid courses available. Registration is currently open until December 4th without a late fee, so make sure you register today.
One of the best parts about the end of the semester is that there are tons of great performances all over Mason Gross.
Other groups outside of Mason Gross also put together great shows as well. One group that always does a great job is Rethink Theatrical. They are a local theater group who has immersive walkthrough shows in the Rutgers Gardens. RUTV's CC Crane is here to tell us about a performance they did during the summer 2016.
Good evening, Rutgers. I'm CC Crane. Tonight, I'm in the Rutgers Gardens for Rethink Theatrical's performance of Wonderland You. Let's go check it out and fall down the rabbit hole. What exactly is the story behind Wonderland You?
Tom Young came up with the idea of doing an immersive Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Tom started throwing out ideas about ways that we could turn it into an improvisational, a lot of improvisational learning for the actors. As there is no script, we came up with a way to tell the story. If you come one night, it might be completely different what you see the next night.
What character did you play in tonight's performance?
I played the Queen of Hearts.
I am Tiger Lily. I'm a dancing flower in the Garden of Live Flowers of Wonderland You.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty as a Southern belle. So what is your favorite thing about your character?
That I don't really care about anything. What I do is I kind of just judge a lot of people. It's great.
It's really fun because you get to be this kind of out of control temperament, which is not me at all.
I think it was really cool that kids were really into it. When we were rehearsing, I wasn't really anticipating this many children, but then the kids come and I play like a word game with them and they just love it.
So what brought you out to tonight's performance?
Friends of ours told us that this was going on and we thought it would be fun for the kids.
Well, I was just coming here on a walk and this happened, so we were like, why not?
What do you hope the audience got out of tonight's show?
I hope the audience got curious.
Anybody can do theater anywhere.
It's always keep dreaming, keep going as far as you can, like draw characters, do makeup, sing, dance, let it all out.
And finally, what are you looking forward to the most about tonight's performance?
I like how we can just walk around and we can actually talk to the characters instead of it being just, like a play or a musical. It's really fun and definitely very immersive.
I thought it was great. I really did. It was like a really lot of fun. The kids had fun. I liked the way the actors interacted with the audience and they moved everybody along. It was better than I expected.
So do you think you'll come out to other Rethink Theatrical performances in the future?
I would, and I would encourage other people to come.
Well, Rutgers, I hope you enjoyed your fall down the rabbit hole as much as I did. Until next time, keep painting the town scarlet. I'm CC Crane, RUTV.
Thank you, Cece Crane. I'm glad to see that you had a lot of fun learning about the Wonderland.
Definitely. It looked like it was a very fun event to be at, whether it be the kids limboing at that one part or the performers doing tondus for reasons I don't quite know. But it definitely looked like a really cool experience, particularly since it would, if you came back the next day, it probably would have been a completely different show.
I know. I actually find it very interesting. It's fun that Rutgers has like a lot of different like events and stuff just for kids. It's not even like it's specifically just for Rutgers students. They also invite people of the community. Just seeing all the kids just having fun is good.
Yeah, definitely. I love the way that Rutgers tries to not be this insular bubble of learning, but to actually connect with the community at large around it.
Well, guys, we're going to throw it a break right now. We'll be right back with another package.
It's important to stay safe and be aware of your surroundings on and off campus. Need some tips on personal safety and how to look out for others?
Yes!
Well, you're in luck, because Night's Watch Safety Program is coming to Rutgers. The goal of this campaign is to focus specifically on physical safety, provide programming to change the misperception that Rutgers isn't a safe place, and educate students about the resources on campus. Here's some useful tips to stay safe. Lock your doors at all times, even when you're just going next door. Most thefts occur in less than 1 minute. Get to know your neighbors and people on your floor and building. This will make it easier to spot strangers. Take precautions when walking alone on campus, especially at night. Keep personal belongings in view while in class, the library, lab, etc. Don't update your Facebook or Twitter status with your location on it. Don't put where you live or any other personal information on your profile page. This makes it easier for thieves to track you. To learn more about the campaign, be sure to visit staysafe.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. The Paint the Town Scarlet we just saw took place in the Rutgers Gardens, which is on Cook campus. Another exciting part of Rutgers in the same area is the wide array of learning communities we offer.
Dan King is going to show us one of these communities, the Heylar House, on Cook College. Let's check it out.
Hey Rutgers, we're here today at the Heylar House, a living learning community where house members work cooperatively with each other to support themselves in a living learning environment. Let's go check it out.
Cooperative living began at Rutgers during the Great Depression in the 1930s. Professor Frank G. Heylar, the Dean of Resident Instruction at the College of Agriculture at that time, noticed that many of the students had tremendous financial need. Many of the students were coming off the farm at the time. And in response to that need, he offered them an opportunity to live on campus in exchange for working in various departments and programs.
We have like different crews. We have like cooking crew, cleaning crews, and so it depends on your schedule which like crew is gonna fit the most for you. And we also have to clean the bathrooms, we have to clean the living room, and then we have to clean the kitchen after that.
One of the most recent additions actually is this agriculture program. This is our first year with this greenhouse, and we also have a chicken coop over there. And all this stuff was started last year as the first year of the agriculture program, and this is the first time we really get to flesh this out and incorporate it into our daily meals.
The activity that I like to help out with the most, I haven't done it recently, but the greenhouse definitely. I like to see how things start and then end up in our food, so that's pretty cool to see. Also the chickens, we just got them and I'm really excited to eat eggs.
So one of the main projects we got involved in over the last fall and spring was this chicken coop right here. We've recently finished the run to go along with it. That work was done by Adam and some of the other students. I was a carpenter before I came back here to Rutgers, and Professor Lubick brought me on to help design this chicken coop that some of the students would be able to pick up, move around, reposition when they wanted to, and with the goal of having a few chickens here to produce eggs that they could actually use to feed themselves in the house.
Heylar House provides a very unique learning opportunity. It gives students real, live, interpersonal skills, cooperation, leadership, conflict resolution, skills that are going to help them in their career someday.
We've got a wonderful group of students here at Heylar House that are not afraid to work and get their hands dirty. So we wanted yet another opportunity for the students to learn how to produce their own food that they could use in the kitchen, how to produce their own eggs, and get some hands-on experience.
Well, guys, I hope this day at the Heylar House changed your perspective on cooperation, because I know I'm thinking differently. I'm Dan King, RUTV.
Thanks, Dan. That looks like a really great community to be a part of, particularly if you find Rutgers to just be a big place that's easy to get lost in. It's always good to join a small community, and that seems like a really neat one to live in.
I know, I definitely agree. Living on Cook, by the way, is Cook Campus. My apologies for saying Cook College. That does not exist anymore. I've actually passed by it just from living on there for 2 years, and not only seeing the Rutgers farm, the Cook farm, but seeing that, I was always actually interested. I was like, wait, is that a dorm that's like so far away? I was like, it's right by the highway. I was like, I wonder what's going on over there. And then actual other students actually explained it to me, and I was just like, wow, that's actually really cool though.
Definitely. I love all the different ways that you can meet with other people and like form your own little Rutgers network within the place, not only through living learning communities, but through things like RUTV or the honors program, or just all the different clubs and organizations and performing groups that you can join.
I definitely agree. Well, thank you guys. We'll go right to break. We'll be right back.
The Rutgers bus system provides more than 15 options to get around the 5 campuses. Sounds overwhelming? But here's a quick recap of the bus routes and available resources to make traveling easier. On weekdays, the A and H buses make stops along College Ave and Bush. The B loops between Livingston and Bush, as the LX makes stops on Livingston and College Ave. The F takes an express route by traveling Route 18 from College Ave to Cook and Douglas. The Rex L goes between Douglas and Livingston, with the Rex B looping between Douglas and Bush. There are also weekend buses, which make stops on every campus. Each bus stop displays the routes of the specific bus stopping there and the expected arrival times. To learn more about the Rutgers bus system and additional bus services, download the Rutgers app, visit nextbus.com or rudots.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. We've been learning about a lot of really cool things you can do at Rutgers, be it going to performances at the Rutgers Gardens or living at the Heylar House.
I know, it's actually a lot of fun. I like learning about all these types of events. It's getting you to know more about your own school, which is really great.
Definitely. And let's learn more about things outside of Rutgers as well. That's important. And let's specifically learn about the weather with our weather watcher, Manny Cruz.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for this week because it's going to be it's going to warm up a bit. Let's take a look at the regional temps across the Northeast. It's going to be 53 in Newark. Shout out to my friend Bernie who goes to Rutgers Newark. And it's going to be 52 out in Camden. Let's take a look at the regional lows. It's going to be 32. It's going to be a cold night across the Northeast. It's going to be 32 in Newark, 32 in Camden, and 32 out in State College. I feel like it's always 32 out in State College. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. It's going to be beautiful. 52. It's going to be 52 on Monday. It's going to be 56 on Tuesday. But then take a look at Wednesday, 61. Some people might bring out the shorts on campus. It's going to be 53 on Thursday. Friday is the kind of, I'm not sure day, as there's going to be a chance of rain. That might change, so make sure to watch Rohan's forecast on Thursday. But for now, I'll see you guys next Monday morning. Back to you, Kim and Corena.
Thanks, Manny. It's definitely great that we have nice weather this week.
I know, I'm very excited. As I already said, I love nice weather. I hate rain. And I lost my umbrella, actually. I lost my umbrella like a couple weeks ago. And it happened to be like the day before a huge storm was going to be happening. And I was just soaking wet all day.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. The nice thing about the nice weather is it's a great time to go and visit the Rutgers Gardens.
I know. Oh my God, just looking at it and seeing like the Wonderland theme. I actually like Alice in Wonderland, even though I've only watched the older version. And I know there's a couple new movies out now for it. But yeah, just seeing how they did the improv and they're dressed up and they're wearing the actual costumes. They actually just look just like the characters.
Definitely. Well, Rutgers, that'll do it for today's episode.
For more events happening this week, you can search us on getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu.
Follow us on Facebook by searching RU Network or follow us on Twitter by searching @Wake Up Rutgers. We love hearing from you.
Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Corena Gonzalez.
And I'm Kim Peterman. Have a great day, Rutgers, and we'll see you on Thursday.